Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Knowledge Transfer. In today's topic, we'll be covering some of the process of the accounts payable in Oracle Fusion. So as we have covered some of the process in our last video and you haven't watched it right now, till now, please do watch it and let me know if anything required or any additional topic you want to learn. So these were some of the process we have completed in our last video. In today's topic, we will be covering this many topics. So let me start with the very first topic, that is pay group. So what does it mean by pay group? With the help of pay group, we can merge supplier invoices for payment purpose. So that's the reason I had taken two topics together. Like we will be creating a pay group and assign to our supplier. And once it is done, we will be creating some invoices as a part of our PPR testing, that is payment process request testing, and we will be proceeding that invoices for payment purpose. So let's make it more simple. Let's go with the very first topic is pay group. So for creating a pay group, let me jump into the system, go to the setup and maintenance, go to the task list, click on search, manage payable lookups. Here we need to search with pay group. This is the one. So this is the pay group. Under this, come into the down area, financial generic lookups, and add the lookups which you want to use it. So my username is Bell. I will be writing here Bell pay group, and reference data set I am taking as common, enabling the checkbox, and you can write something like pay Bell pay look no, no, pay group. Once it is done, save and close. Now we need to assign this pay group to our particular supplier. So for that you need to go to the procurement. Is it here? Yep. Supplier. Go to the task list. As I had already created a supplier which was named as Bell supplier, I will be searching for that supplier. There is the supplier. Edit it. So this is one of the pay group which I had assigned for testing purpose. Now let's assign one pay group which we have created, that is Bell pay group. Once it is done, click on save and close. Let me write down over here. For pay group, we have done enable a lookup in manage payables lookup search mm, with pay group. Next, we have assigned that pay group to our supplier. Once it is done, what will be the process? We'll be creating, no, that we have already assigned those to our supplier. So we have done the pay group. I will be writing as done. Now to test this pay group, we'll be following the process for payment process request. So what is payment process request? With the help of payment process request, we can select the installment for making the payment. Like it will be a group of installment that will be submitted for payment. Let's put an example is, let's say we have 10 supplier, okay, and we want to make a payment for all the 10 supplier invoices at one time. It's, let's say 10 supplier have 1000 invoices. We don't want to go it one by one and make a payment for that. What we'll be using, we will be using the features called as payment process request, and we'll be giving some additional field area. With that field area, they will be filtering all the invoices. Let's say we can give a due date. Let's say whosoever due date is very nearby, select only those invoices. System will start selecting all those invoices. This is how we will be selecting the invoices and making a payment. You will be understanding more when I will be showing it into the screen. First, let's write a process for this payment process request. So we will be create let's say two invoices, okay, and validate it. Once it is done, create submit payment process request. Submit payment process request, right? And we are going to use the features called as P group. But along with the P group, I will be showing some of the more filtering area which can be very useful during the time of making the payment. Let's see into the screen. So for creating the invoices, we need to go to the payables, go to invoices, task list, and create invoices. Select the business unit, select the supplier. Now, if we don't want to use P group, we can use invoice group also. It is a temporary number we are giving to the invoices for payment purpose. Let's see if I will give it here 1234. When we are creating another invoices, let's say when create next, it will be taking the we need to give again the same number 1234. So what will happen is, like when we will be making a payment for the payment processor request, we can give a filtering area as invoice group and give the number as 1234. It will be start picking all those two invoices and start making a payment. Let's give here pay group 001, $2 immediate. Here also we have $2. Let's check any distribution set is there. No. Let's select any of the account code combination and validate the invoice. It's taking a bit time. Yes. So invoice has been validated. Let's create one more invoice so that it will be picking up at least two invoices for payment purpose for more clarity. Save and create next. I'll be giving the same business unit. Same supplier, let's say, and this time pay group 002. What is the amount? 3. Here you can give it as 3. Give the distribution code again. Let's select some different code this time. Invoice and validate. Now let me show you how we will be coming to know like whether this invoice has been selected a pay group or not. So what you need to give is click on invoice section, click on manage installment, and here you can see which pay group it has been going into. It is as Bell pay group. Okay, okay. Pay alone is also enable. Okay. So let's disable this pay alone features or else can be giving some of the issues like as a part of previous video I had enabled this pay alone configuration and process. I had enabled it. So what I will do is I'll be disabling this for now. Save and close. Save and close. So two of the invoice has been validated. Let me disable it for another invoices also just to make it more simple. This was the one. Invoice action manage installment. Let me disable this. Save and close. Great. Cool. So let's start making a payment for these two particular invoices with the help of the PPR. So what we need to go is go to the payables, go to the payment screen, click on payment, task list, submit payment process request. So ideally, when you are working for any of the client, you will be having some of this. You need to create some of the templates so that they should not come again and again and select all the filter one by one and making the payments. So they might miss some document number in this tab, and what will happen? It will start throwing an error. Let's as I haven't created some templates, let's give filter manually. Pay group bell 001. You can give this due date. Now what are the features we have? Let's say uh, if supplier type is contractor, then only the invoice would be selected, then it will be start filtering with that supplier type. Now here we have pay group. Let me come to the pay group at last. And for payment method, let's say if the payment method is only immediate or check or clearing, only those invoices should be selected. We can use that also for filtering purpose. Next we have supplier. Let's say for only for a particular supplier you need to select all the invoices, then you can search with the supplier. Now remember, as I had already shown you in the screen, invoice group. So with the help any invoice group you had given it over there, you can take it from here, select it, and it will start filtering from that as well. Now let's say when you are doing multi-currency transaction, that will be covering in our next topic. So only the invoices you will be selecting here whose currency is, let's say, INR. Those only invoices should be selected for payment purpose. That is also possible. Based on legal entity also possible. Based on source also it can be possible. Business unit also it can be possible. So this is how payment process requests use it for filtering purpose and making a payment. Let's give our one. Click on specific and let me add my Bell Pay group. Yeah, this is the one. Once you are done with this, go to the second tab, payment and processing option. So here we need to enable the checkbox as review installment, create payment file immediately. What will happen with these three checkboxes? Ideally, whenever invoice used to be selected, it used to go for directly to for payment purpose. It will not, if you don't enable this review installment, it will not allow you to edit the invoices. Let's say there are 10 invoices which are selected and went for the payment, but you want this, let me have a cross check and let me have some of the modification with the amount and make a payment. So this is also possible. So you need to enable the checkbox as review in installment. Now here we need to give the disbursement bank account, means from which bank account you are going to make a payment. I had created as Bell Corporate. Payment document, like it is check or electronic, selected. Payment process profile, as if someone doesn't know about all two three things, you can follow my next video or previous video. Ideally I had already shown all the basic setups on that. So we're done. So ready to go. Click on submit. It was, I believe the name was Bell. No, PG. Yep, this is the one. Okay, none of the invoices it has been selected right now. Let me check why it is failing. Let me check if period has been open or not. Mhm. This is my bell period. Okay. Okay, let me open the period. As the period has been closed, it might be an issue for which it is not selecting. Let me open it. Yep. Then done. Now let's submit the PPR again. Hmm. Pay group. Let me put it this time 002. Selection criteria. Give, let's say, due date or something. Add. Select. Bell pay group. Payment process request. Bell corporate. Payment document. Payment process profile. Review. Great. Let me try one more time. Recently, this one is 001, right? Let me see my one. Bell. Oh, sorry. PG underscore 0. Great. So the issue was with, like, we haven't opened the period for May. Okay, and we were trying to make a payment in May. So that's the reason system was not selecting any of the invoices and it was terminating the invoices instantly. So as you can see, we have two invoices which has been selected, and why it is giving us to review is just because we have enabled the checkbox review installment. So click on this action icon and go to this tab is selected to. Now let's say if you want to add any add let's say you want to add, means some invoices, then add installment. If you want to like decrease the amount, you want to make a partial payment, that is also possible from here. So at the end the total amount which we are going to pay is 4.25. Why we are getting to 4.25? Ideally, let's say there might be some withholding tax involved or interest invoices involved over here. 2.55 means we have given 3 in this amount, and here we have given 2. So ideally it should be 5, but there might be some withholding invoices or something like that we had enabled and tested. That's the reason. So you can test it by your end by putting the amount and all, and check whether the amount is correct or not. Ideally it should be correct only if you are not enabling any of the text or any of the things. So once we are done with this, click on submit. Before showing to submit, let me duplicate this tab. I will be showing the process which are running from in the schedule process also. Go to the tools, schedule process. So I haven't submitted yet, but whatever the invoices it has been selected it over here, we can see the report over here. In the schedule process, it will be generating a report. Currently we have only 2 invoices, so we can cross check directly from here. Click on republish, hit on gear icon, export PDF, or any there are like Excel and all, anything you can use it. So these are all the details, and these are the selection of the invoices which will be we will be making the payment. And you can ignore this one as this is a prepayment invoices which is coming into the picture. Just focus on this. Once it is done, let's click on submit right now. So it is calculating any withholding tax and interest. Document validated, pending purpose payment review. So you can check what are the concurrent program it has been run over here right now. So ideally, let me put one more thing. For PPR, we have select invoices. This is the process. Bill invoices, format invoices, and print. This is how the process works. First, it will be selecting the invoices, then building the invoices, and after that, formatting the invoices. At the last, it will be printing the invoices. So we have seen selected invoices already done. Bill payments is also done. Click on resume payment process. So payment format has been created as I had already mentioned. Now it is getting ready for printing. Format, formatted and ready for print. Click on the action icon. You can select the printer normally, like in which printer you want to take those print of that particular check or documents. Ideally, normally for testing purpose, let's say you cannot give any printer, right? So you can keep it as a blank. System will not throw any error. You just need to click on print. Format files done. It is submitted for printing. And the very last thing is here. Click on hit on icon, action icon. Now here I want to mention one last step is till this process also you can terminate the payment process request. Let's say after coming into this process you realize like the amount is not matching or something has been missed or some invoices has been missed or you want to add some invoices in this particular PPR and which had been missed. Here you can terminate the PPR Because see, let's say if you haven't terminated and you want to keep it as like this only for not doing anything for this particular PPR. So what system will do is whenever the another PPR you will be creating it, and if it is a part of this PPR, the system will not selecting these invoices, like whatever the two invoices are here, it will be not selecting into the other PPR. So mostly if you are not going to use this PPR or print this PPR, complete this PPR, ideally we should terminate the PPR so that the system will start picking those invoices which is a part of this PPR. So once we are done, click on record print status and click on submit. Record the print status. Great. So done. Printed. Payment file confirm and printed. So we have make the payment of this also. So this is how payment process, and when we will be cross checking the payment, we can cross check that payment has been completed. So we are good. Search with the invoice number, go to the manage payment and check it. You can check like where the payment has been completed. So then we are done with the payment process request also. Now what is the next topic? Yes, one of the interesting topic is foreign currency invoices and payment. So let's say, okay, this is invoice also, foreign currency invoice and payment configuration. Let's say we have a invoice and we are doing a business with, currently I had done the status for US, USD, and let's say we are running a business in US and we are taking the service from INR also, like means India. Let me put it here. We run a business in US. We are taking some services from India, okay, and taking some services in India. Now we need to select like whenever we are making a payment in INR, the system ideally it should not stop. Let's say now if I will be selecting the any of the invoices, let me show you here. Let's say I have created an invoices. I want to create a invoices. In INR, where it is INR. System is not stopping me to create a invoices right now, but when I will be making a payment, it will be starting, and that like we won't be able to make a payment. Let's say I'll be creating a invoices of $10. No, let's make 100, and let me select some distribution. So as you can see, my amount is in INR. Okay, so let's validate this invoice. What is it saying? Okay, The invoice number already exists, but mostly we don't have conversion rate also. Okay, it's a part of setups. That's the reason I want to show you. Let me put 555. It should show now only one error. Yes. So mostly we have to give a conversion rate, then only system will allow us to create those invoices in INR, because system is not understanding right now. $1 is equal to how many? So that also we need to feed it into the system so that system will start calculating it. So for that, it's not very much setups. We need to give some create daily rates. Why? So that it will be easy for the conversion purpose and USD to INR. Then once we are done with the daily rate, we need to enable multi multi currency account at bank account level. Sorry. And what will the process is? We will be creating an invoice in INR, making a payment in. So we'll be creating invoices in INR and validating those invoices. Once this is done, we will be making a payment also in INR. So this is called foreign currency invoice and payment. And next topic will be different. Cross currency is something different. I will show you. This is we are creating invoice in INR and we'll be making a payment in INR. So for that, let's create some daily rates. For that, the task lead is manage daily rates. So this is the daily rates. And let's check whether we do have or not USD to INR. Okay. And for today's date. And rate type is corporate. Such. We don't have. That's the reason system was throwing an error. Like we don't have conversion rate. So what we will do is, see, this daily rates cannot be created it over here. We do have only one option, that is create in spreadsheet. So hit here, create in spreadsheet. It's kind of EDFDI, you can say. Open out those spreadsheet. Here we need to give some user ID and password. Just hold a bit, like it is taking a bit time. So here it is asking like to connect to the system. Click on yes. Hmm. And use the same user ID password which you use to log in it into the OFC. Click on skip. So this is how it look like. So from which currency to which currency? From USD to INR. Simple. USD to INR or INR to USD. It's same, right? Let me search for INR now. PQRSTV. Oh my God. A B C D E F G H I. I should be here, right? Yeah. Conversion rate, corporate from conversion date to conversion date. So as we are doing it today, let me give 03/05/2025, and the same I will put it over here. For today is enough. Conversion rate, mm, we can give conversion rate as 85. Let's give it 90 directly, easy to calculate. So done. No need to give this invoice rate. Just click on submit. It will be giving you the statuses over here, like uh, yes. Click on OK. Yep. If any error, it will be showing it over here. So row inserted successfully. Then okay, okay. Then now let's go into the system and check. So here you can see prior to this it was not showing any of the rates over here, conversion rate. Now it is showing up. So we are good with the daily rates right now. Now click on done. And the next thing we will be enabling at bank account level, enable multi-currency account. Why we are enabling that is just because system should know with this bank account we should be able to make a foreign currency payment. So ideally I had created only one bank account. You can see here. This is my bank account. Yeah, this is the one we have. Enable multi-currency account. We do have one more checkbox, that is netting account. That is a different topic. We'll be covering into some of the other videos. So we have enabled it over here. Now click on save and close. Done. Done. Now let's create a invoices in foreign currency, and we'll be making a payment also in foreign currency. Hit on create. Bell. Bell. Foreign currency. Okay. 001. Amount, let's put 90. Oh, sorry. INR. This one is INR. CD. As we have given conversion rate as 90, right? So it will be easy for us to calculate. So let's give it 90. Amount is 90. Give the distribution also. Then invoice validate. Now it should not throw any of the error. Yes, great. Let me copy this, save and close. Now we will be going for the payment screen, and as we had enabled multi-currency checkbox, you can see what is the impact over here. Create a payment. Select the business unit. Select the supplier. Select the Bell Corporate. Here you can see the payment currency it is allowing us to drop down. So from here also we need to select INR and select your payment process profile. Select payment document as check. Great, and add. As we have only one invoices with that INR, and yeah, we have enabled something with withholding or something interest or something like that. topic. There's the reason it is showing a 76. Ideally it should be 90. Click on apply, hit on OK. So this is how, see, while practicing purpose, you are testing it for the first time, right? So you will be getting a correct amount over here. Why I am getting it, this is, I used to test a lot, like with some of the topic, let's say withholding something, sometimes with some other topics. So this is how it react. If I will be showing it right now withholding tax, it will be very lengthy, this video. And withholding tax, I will try to cover it into my next video, some of the interesting topic like withholding tax. And yeah, interesting. Click save and close. We are good with foreign currency invoice and payment. So this is how it works. We had make a payment. So foreign currency invoice and payment is done. Supplier merge. I will not be showing you fully the supplier merge. I will just be explaining it, like what's the features of the supplier merge. Ideally, let's say we have two supplier, okay, supplier A and supplier B. Now what happened is supplier A had acquired supplier B also. Now what supplier A will tell us is, so to Bell, he will say like, see, whatever the payment you want to make to the B, make it to me, means A. So these type of things has been talking in verbally, right? So how system will think, like let's say whenever we are selecting B, it should take A only as a supplier. So in this case, we used to use a features called a supplier merge. Uh, Merge means nothing, like we'll be merging one supplier with another supplier, and whatever the payment we are going to make to the B, we'll be making it to the A. Just like that, like one supplier is purchasing another supplier and site and everything. That's the reason. So how it works, I will not explain full. There is no setups while merging a supplier. It's just a process, like you will be seeing it. Come to the payment screen. Sorry, not payment. It's in procurement, right? Supplier. Here we have supplier task list. Here you can see merge supplier. Hit on, see, mostly this is a irreversible setups. So let's say if you are testing it, try to test only in dummy instance, like not in the client instance directly, because it cannot be reversed after that. So that's the reason I am not showing you right now. I want to serve Bell supplier site. I will be selecting to which supplier. You will be selecting that supplier. So mostly with testing purpose, create two supplier with two different sites and try to merge, and you'll be getting nothing much is left. Copy side, yes, enable the checkbox, so all the site will be copied to this supplier, and click on submit, and it will work. So this is how supplier merge work. What is the next one is, okay, okay, interest invoices configuration and process. Let's say we want to enable into the system after some of the particular days, after some days, system will start calculating the invoices. Okay, so how it will be looking is, you have one invoices, you want to make a payment is today, let's say on 3rd of May, and you are making a payment in 7th of May. System should start calculating some tax. So how we are going to do the setups is, the very first setups will be, go to the invoice option and enable a checkboxes. uh, it should be something with the interest. Let me have a look. Manage invoice option. It should be something with the interest invoices. Yep. Create interest invoices. Yeah, and minimum interest amount. Let me give it as 1. Oh, let me give it as 2. If the invoice amount is less than 2 or less than 2, we are not going to make the in matlab penalty, 2 rupees penalty to our supplier. Now here we need to select interest expense distribution also. So this is how we are enabling it into our invoice option. Now we need to enable some checkbox in supplier level also. Ideally, system should know for which supplier. Let me see. Should be Bell. At site level, go to the invoicing tab, and here we have create interest invoices. Click on yes. So we are telling it to the system for this supplier only we are going to calculate the interest. So let me remove some more thing as let me see if anything is there. Okay. Firstly, let me remove this withholding tax. It will not calculate now. Okay. And next, anything extra I have added here? Let me have a look once. Payment. Okay, we have pay alone also concept. Let me remove this also. Invoicing. Let me remove this pay group also. Not needed now. Done. We have cleaned the supplier. Now you can see the invoice. So once we are done with this, we need to tell to the system interest rate. So for that, go to the setup and maintenance. Let me see, manage INTE. Yeah, manage interest rate for payables. One of the bad features of this is you can select only one rate as a time. You can say like from this date to this date. For all supplier, it will be working on same rate only. It's not like for one supplier you are giving it 10, from other supplier you are giving it 20, which I have seen right now. Maybe in future Oracle might release some of this extra concept also. So from date to date, interest rate will be 10%. Why I'm giving it 10%? So that it will be easy for us for our POC. Let me show. Done, save and close. Now let me create. I'll be selecting a business unit. This is my Bell supplier and interest invoice 001. Let's give 100. What's the 10% of 100? It's 10, right? It will be easy for us. This one is 100. Give the distribution. Okay. Okay. Let's give it into the past date. Why I'm giving it into the past date is just because it will be easy for us to see the interest rate. Then, and we will be making a payment on today's date. And system should calculate the invoice interest. Validate. Invoice has been validated. I'll be copying this. Save and close. Let's try to make a payment on this. Sorry. task list, create payment, selecting the business unit, Bell supplier. Same process, is nothing additional over here. Just after selecting, it should calculate the interest as well. Yeah, interest invoice is this one. Click on apply. Okay, it's not calculating. Anything we had missed? Let me have a. Let me save and close. Let me have a look if it didn't work. Okay. Okay. See if I can search this error issue right now, but it will be taking some time. Let's keep it as pending this one. Otherwise, the video will be too long. What's the time right now? It's already been 51 minutes. Okay, let me complete this in 10 minutes then. So, what does it mean by normally, we have seen cross currency, foreign currency invoice and payment, right? So, now let's see cross currency payment and configuration process. We create in our currency, but payment we will be doing it into our currency. Let's say we will be creating an invoice in USD, but we will be making a payment in INR, and how the system should know. So for that, ideally the setups is same what we have done the setups for this. We'll be creating a daily rates, we'll be enabling multi-currency account at the bank account level, and we'll be creating invoices. And but here one thing will change is create invoice in USD and making a payment in INR. Let's see. Let's create something. Bell supplier and cross currency 001. In USD we are giving it 90. No, let's give it as $1. Give it as one distribution. Great. Invoice validate. Now let's make a payment. Create payment. Select your business unit. Select your supplier. Once you are done this, we will be making the payment in INR, right? So invoice was in USD. We will be making a payment in INR. Yeah, that. Add that invoices which is in USD. Okay. Okay. I need to check this three topic. Why it is not giving any of the invoices? It ideally it should give, right? Okay, I think I had missed something. I should be giving. Let me create one more invoices. I think so. I had validated the invoices without giving the payment currency. Let me have a look once. Invoices, because system will not understand, or else show more. Okay, I haven't given the payment currency as INR, so system is not searching for those invoices. So what I will do is I will create one invoices for showing purpose. Bell US business unit, Bell supplier number 00. Let me give 5 and 90 and go to show more and select payment currency as, sorry, INR. CDEFGHI. Now system will understand that we need to make a payment through INR currency. Give it 90. Select distribution code. And interest. Validate. Done. Save and close. Hit on payment. See, mostly you will be learning it from the mistake. Then only you will be memorizing each and every point. Whenever there will be any bug in the software, you will be fast to solve that bugs. Mostly I used to do a lot more mistake. I used to try in different way just to check how system reacts. INR. Array. It should be INR. A B C D F G H I. Yes. Great. So now you can see that the invoice is in USD, but the payment was in INR. That's the reason we are able to see those invoices. When once we click on apply, hit on OK, you can see I had selected $90 USD. So it is starting calculating as what will be the INR amount? It will be 8100. Why it is 81? See, we have created a conversion rate of 90, right? So what? Let me show you in calculator. So we have created a conversion rate is $1 is equal to INR 90. Okay, so and we have created invoice of $90. So 90 into 90. This should be 81. So that's the reason we are making a INR payment of 8100. So this is how we used to perform cross currency invoice and payment. So with this we have came with the end of the topic, and I'll be looking into one of the topic, that is interest invoices. Ideally it should work, but maybe I had done some setups and I haven't reversed those setups and it is conflicting it to each other. That's the reason it is not performing. So let me keep it as red. I'll be covering it into my next video, that interest invoices. The setup is same. If you want, like, you can have a look once, and ideally it should work. So we have covered some of the topics, some of the interesting topics we will be covering in some another video, like withholding tax and third party supplier. How does it work with the help of party supplier? Let's say, yeah, let me explain in another video then. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching my video. If there is any more additional topic you want to learn, please do pin me and let me know which of the topic you are getting stuck, or you are not unable to find the solution of it. Any of the bugs also you can mention me, like why we this is not happening, why we are unable to see the supplier during the time of creation of the invoices, why we are unable to see the business unit during the time of the creation of the invoices. These are all the payables related question you can ask me. Why we are unable to create accounting for payables, so this might be a reason, like you haven't done the create accounting for invoices. So this type of question you can pin me and I will be giving you the solution with a small video. That will be enough. So thanks everyone, thanks for watching, and hope you are liking the video, and let me know if I want to, if I have to improve some of the videos, like let's say speed or something like topics, you can mention that. So thank you.